I'd like to call the order the Finance Committee meeting for April 27th, 2021 at 5:15 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hi, John.
Attendance roll call.
So now I take it every morning.
Alderman Madden? Yes. Alderman Kabaki?
Here.
Alderman Wolf?
Here.
And Mayor Petfalski's here. We have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Public meeting notice.
This meeting was noticed in accordance with the open meeting law.
Thank you. Approval of the minutes from March 23rd, 2021.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. License approvals. Recommend approval of operators licenses. The attached list.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Recommend approval of a Class A dance hall license and Class B license to sell fermented malt beverages and intoxicating liquor for Muskego Golf LLC, South 100 West 14029 Loomis Road, doing business as Muskego Lakes Country Club.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Recommend approval of an outside dance permit for Tailspin South 64 West 18295 Martin Drive as follows. Thursday, May 6, 2021 from 6:30 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. Sunday, May 9th Sunday, May 9th, 2021 from 2:30 p.m. till 7 p.m. And recommendation to amend the license premise as follows. There's an attached drawing in your packet for Thursday, May 6th, 2021 from 6:30 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. and Sunday, May 9th, 2021 from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. Those will be subject to review and approval by the Plan Commission for the outdoor activities as well. Any questions or comments?
Was that drawing tables? I couldn't quite.
It's very hard to
It's very hard to understand, but okay.
know what it was.
Let me see if I can walk you through it. If you're looking at it, what looks like the blank top of the part of the paper there is actually the building. The grounds that are outlined or the area that she wants to have licensed outside. So what it would be an area along, if you can you picture the site in your head? Mm-hmm. So yes. The area on the right there is the parking lot. So there's an area of the parking lot she wants to, which will allow people to walk down the hill and around, like there's a little bit of a retaining wall there. So it allows them to walk around the retaining wall. And then in the back of the building, they have a small parking lot and overhead garage where they had outdoor events last year. This would be the same area. But I think last year when she did it, she just did that lower level, which didn't leave room for a licensed premise for people to buy their drinks inside and walk around because you're going outside the licensed premise to do it. So.
Okay, do they have to notify residents on this or no?
We didn't require them to in the past. We didn't have any complaints last year that I'm aware of for the events that they had.
And it looks like they end early enough. Thursday night might be the 9:30 seems early enough.
Yeah, there's one that goes till 9:30 during the week. Two of them, I'm sorry. No, that's the same. It's just one of them. It's the same event.
How much parking will she have left?
Quite a bit. It's not really taking up any of her parking.
It's not, okay.
No, the people will still park there. You're just going to have to walk, either in front or back of the cars.
All right. Thank you.
That's a good point because there isn't a lot of street room over there.
There's no street parking. Well, there is a little bit on, I believe it's School Drive that there's that.
But it's really tight,
there's a road that tees off into the building, but this won't cut into her parking at all.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Can someone make a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Going into new business, recommend acceptance of offer to purchase city property on Woods Road.
Move to approve.
Second.
Adam? There's a memo in your packet on this as well, but Adam will get you up to speed.
Thank you, Mayor. This item is new to most of you, but some of you may be aware of it. This item went to the Park and Conservation Committee last year. The applicant, Miss Gorska Anderson, approached the city about doing a land division on her property. The property is on the kind of the part of Woods Road where it goes from being east-west to north-south, kind of the bend west of the settlement subdivision. And as part of the land division she's proposing, she didn't have enough road frontage to do the land split, because the land division ordinance requires a certain amount of road frontage, but also a certain amount of land mass or land area. She has plenty of land area, just not the frontage. So she approached the city about purchasing this little triangle of a piece of conservation land we owned. I use the word conservation land loosely as kind of anytime we inherit land, this was like an old road right of way from way back when, and it has some wetlands and stuff on it. So it's really unusable. So by default, it just kind of gets tagged conservation land. It's not usable parkland or anything. We did sell a similar portion to a former neighbor, Mr. Dave Davis, for a very similar purpose some years back. So, and she knew that because she actually bought her lot from him. So that's why she kind of knew to approach us about this topic as a possible option. So when it went to Park and Conservation, they were receptive to the general idea of the city selling this kind of unused land. The amount of land that is being asked to purchase is just under 30,000 square feet, so less than an acre. And as part of it, by Park and Conservation kind of saying, yes, this is something we're receptive to, knowing that you guys have to figure out financials, what we would accept for a price, we move forward with having an appraisal done. So an appraisal was done by a reputable appraiser. It came back that this section of land, now when they appraised it, they looked at highest and best use. So they had to make some assumptions, some of them kind of big assumptions at that. But with those assumptions, they came back and said the property's worth about $100,000 because on its own, it could be divisible without even adding more acreage to it. Now, that's not the intention here. The intention is it will be added to some of the acreage the owner owns, and that's actually a condition of the offer to purchase. The two big contingencies, or the what ifs the appraiser assumed, one of them was that the property would have to be rezoned from agricultural to an RS2 district and a comprehensive plan land use amendment. So both of those have time and money involved with them. So it's a big assumption there, but probably a realistic one, as well as there would have to be the extension of municipal water and municipal sanitary sewer. Based upon that info, the applicant came in with an offer to purchase the 0.67 acres for $65,000. So that was kind of a preliminary number from talking with staff and administration that we thought was fairly reasonable based upon those assumptions. That was the offer that the applicant was willing to make, and that's the offer that then is in front of you guys tonight.
Questions, comments?
You said that this parcel could be developed as it is right now?
No.
Because of the wetlands is what I'm
Because of
questioning.
wetlands, it's hard to do anything on its own. It would be very tough to do it on its own. I'm not saying impossible. It would be very, very tough, really tight building pad. The part that it makes it work for the applicant is she has a lot of other land she's attaching with it. So I think her intention is to sell a couple acre property in the end using this 0.67 acres that she would get from us. But part of the contingency of the offer was that she wouldn't just flip basically what we'd be selling her. It would be attached to this part of this larger development.
Will that have an opening to the road then from that?
Yeah, this property is
That would be
road
her
frontage.
easy way to get out to the main road?
Yeah.
Well, she has access to the main road, but this increases the amount of frontage which is necessary for the development.
It would give the next lot, the new lot, access to the road.
Oh, okay, so that wouldn't be like, how much,
They need 80 feet of road frontage. The lots themselves widen out to much larger.
but how
they need
many, how many parcels are they gonna have out of this?
It'll be a total of two, her existing lot
Oh,
and
that's
this
it.
one she's
Okay, she's not,
yeah.
okay, gotcha.
And when I said no to, is it developable as is? It's not because like the water and sewer would have to be run the rezoning. So as it sits right now, no.
Yeah, like we
Number
couldn't
of
just say,
steps would have
put on
to
the
be
market
made.
today and get this amount of money, because yeah, there are things rezoning wise and land use that would have changed. Now, because her lot would be so big, the rezoning doesn't come into play. There still might have to be some sewer laterals or water laterals run. That's something that's still
So we're just
figured
looking
out.
at two buildings on these two parcels, that's
Yeah,
it?
and one building already exists, so it'd only be one additional home
Okay.
site.
Any other comments or objections? Waiting for Kevin to stop.
Yeah,
for a second.
yeah,
You look like you're pondering.
You look like you're ready for a question.
All right.
I'm good.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Thank you. Recommend approval of Cobblestone Meadows Storm Sewer Maintenance Agreement. Scott, do you want to add anything? This is a standard stormwater management developers agreement for the Cobblestone development, which is going in behind Pop's, the old Pop's Popcorn.
Move to approve.
Second.
Questions, comments?
Thanks, Scott.
Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Recommend approval of Green Solutions funding agreement with MMSD for Little Muskego Lake Access Number 9.
Move to approve.
Second.
There is in your packet a memo and some diagrams. Essentially what we're going to do is clean up that lake access using, we've got a bunch of money in green infrastructure that we really quite honestly can't spend, but we're finding creative ways of spending it. That particular parcel is right at the end of Park Drive. Part of cleaning it up also will be able to make the lines more delineated of what's private property and what's city property. So the people that are using it now will hopefully stop wandering into the neighboring properties as well. So
That's going to be beautiful.
it will be. It's going to be a really nice one. My only fear is maybe it's going to be too nice for the neighborhood that too many people use it, but those are problems we can deal with. Any questions or comments?
Wow.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. The request for additional funds from the police department drone, there's a memo in your packet. Because of tariffs, the drone is coming in $2,900 higher than what they had budgeted for, and they're asking to have approval for that additional $2,900.
Move to approve.
Second. I just have a question though. We didn't have a quote until just recently. We put the money out at the last budget and didn't get any quotes,
No, they had a quote back then, but then,
but it wasn't, it's only good for so long.
yeah, and then since then, there's been tariffs that have been added, which added to the cost. The manufacturer hasn't raised it, it's the government.
No, I understand it. I didn't know if we had a quote or not. I just want to make sure.
Yes, yeah, they
that-
did.
That we went through the budgets, that we had quotes for this that could be honored, but yeah, okay.
Any other questions? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Passes unanimously. Recommend award a bid for Park Arthur Fields 1, 2, and 3.
Move to approve.
Second.
We did put this out to bid. We had one bidder. The price went up about 13,000?
13,000. Hello? Yeah, price went up $13,500. Steel is going through the roof. Resin, anything with PVC.
Any
it's-
building product
Product is
whatsoever.
going through the roof right now. That's 13,500 in like less than a month, guys, so. Remember we asked that we were gonna get we got a little bit more, and then we're gonna work to get that money when we did the cow meeting so that we can then generate the money
I
back.
mean, we gave you more on the budget than this
Yes,
figure, right?
this is over what you budgeted at a cow originally last for the
Oh, this is
capital
over.
budget.
Yeah.
13,000 over what we budgeted?
No, it's
It's
about 100, it's about
48,500.
100,000 over what we budgeted last summer. But we're gonna astroturf it and then charge fees to
Right.
Yeah, recoup it, and then we
recoup
keep
that extra plus some.
and we just charge a user fee, and it controls our field prep prices way down for all the local teams. And that
Yes.
was kind of the big goal, one of the goals that we had. So,
I just have some concerns. I mean, we budgeted 750, we're at 794.5.
798.5, yep.
I mean, that's $48,000. That's a lot of money to pick up in fees.
Well, actually, if you look at what the demand is, and I should have the numbers here. If you want, I can get them to you. But the cow meeting that we discussed this at, I believe you were on vacation at
wasn't
the
there,
time. The ROI on this is actually quite attractive. There is no competition between the Rock in Franklin and Madison right now to have a baseball complex like this. The demand will be high. Our local teams will have first crack at it, and it'll be at a fee that is much cheaper than they're paying now just to have regular fields prepped. But the outside fees, the outside teams that are going to be willing to pay for this, the ROI is going to be pretty good on it. So we're doing this will actually end up paying less for the thing in the long run than what we were planning on doing.
I would have liked to see numbers on what the projections are for.
And we did, and I apologize, but the rest of council did see that at the time. I didn't bring them back
So is
today.
it 48, I mean, is that a realistic figure that we're going to recover within the year?
Well, we can adjust it as time goes.
It was like a 7-year payback for the.
7-year payback.
For the whole 100,000
And we were being
plus.
We were looking at 10, and we
conservative.
thought it'd come back at 7, right?
Yeah. And when I mean 7 payback, that is payback everything and
And building a fund for redoing it.
redoing the whole fields again. It usually lasts 10 to 12 years. We're hoping to get, or 8 to 12, we're hoping to get 10 years out of the fields. So, and the other thing too is these fields will be able to play on from April to October. It is unbelievable. You don't need to worry about, as soon as the snow gets off, you can go, which is nice. So.
Which will keep the maintenance down and.
The
whole
maintenance will
thing.
be down just basing on what the clubs have been paying for their game counts for the last few years. If we use the average of what just the clubs have been using, it'll pay for itself. The other outside stuff is just extra cake on it.
Okay,
So
then where do we fund the additional money?
Sharon found it from a number of sources. And I'll get you a memo with that. No,
We took up a collection.
yeah, no, it was, I apologize. We did discuss this all at length that last time, and it should have been included in here.
I'll get, you know what I'll do?
I'll have it to you in the morning.
I can,
No, it's fine.
you know,
I just want to, yeah.
I got all the information. I'll get it to you tonight. So,
Okay.
Just
not worry.
remember, Park Arthur is the gift that keeps on giving.
It is, yeah.
And then we added turf to it.
Yep.
But in reality, the turf should pay for itself and generate more money back.
And keep our clubs more MAA, the pricing that MAA had to pay for field prep because and they went up again this year, it was unsustainable for the long term. So doing something like this solves a long-term problem.
So now the outfield will be the turf, the infield they'll still have to maintain, right?
No, the opposite.
Just opposite.
Opposite.
Yeah.
The infield will be all turf, so and the outfield will be.
Oh, just
natural.
opposite, I meant, okay, I said
Yes.
it backwards, sorry, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'll get you the numbers.
Okay, thanks, Scott.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Recommend approval of Community Holders Development Agreement.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Passes unanimously. Recommend approval of agreement between the Waterbug Ski Team and the City of Muskego for pier placement, water ski jump, and show events at Idle Isle.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion?
This, I don't see anything changed on here, right?
No.
The same, okay.
Same placement and everything else we've been doing in the past.
I mean, even all the wording, nothing's changed on it, so.
Correct. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Voucher approval.
Move to approve utility vouchers in the amount of $10,781.64.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes.
Move to approve tax vouchers in the amount of $22,880.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
Move to approve general fund vouchers in the amount of $239,529.86.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously.
Do we need Big Lick?
Big Lake goes?
There was Big Lake.
No,
but
no,
I
you don't
know
do
if you
big-
have to say
We don't need it?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Okay, all right.
There is no finance director's report, any communications and miscellaneous business. Hearing none, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? We're adjourned at 5:35 PM. Give us a minute and we'll get the call going in a second.